You only get jobs in Canada based on references, and if you don't have a reference, then you will not get a good job in Canada. Then you can also get a job through LinkedIn, and that too without even applying for a single job. This is a very common mistake made by a lot of people. Employer might think that you did not do enough research about the company or the job, and that does not give them a good impression about yourself. What's up YouTube, it's Shivansh here. So in today's video, I will tell you the fastest ways to get a job in Canada and all the steps that you need to take in order to find a good job in Canada. Just a few days back, I was thinking about my story and all the challenges that I faced when I was trying to get my first job in Canada, and I wish that at that time someone would have shared all these tips with me that I'm sharing with you in this video today, and just maybe my life and my job search situation could have become a lot better. But never mind, I want to make sure that you get all these tips so that your job search journey can become as smooth as possible. These are the steps that have helped me personally, and if you are moving to Canada very soon, or if you're already in Canada, then these steps will make sure that one, you are able to find a job very quickly, and two, that you don't waste a lot of time or money once you come to Canada, because as soon as you land in Canada, your expenses start piling up. You have to pay for your accommodation, your food, and for your transportation. So the sooner you get your job in Canada, the sooner your financial situation will improve and you won't feel all that pressure of all these expenses. And some of you must have heard people say that you only get jobs in Canada based on references, and if you don't have a reference, then you will not get a good job in Canada. So in this video, I will also tell you the actual truth about references in Canada. So stay tuned and make sure to watch this video till the very end. And one more important thing before we start this video, only people who have a valid work permit, a PR, or a Canadian citizenship are actually legally allowed to work in Canada and will be eligible for most jobs in Canada. So if you don't have any of these three things, then don't worry. Make sure to watch this video about how to get a job in Canada from India or from any other country. I have shared all the details in this video, and I also tell you all the different options that you have in order to get a job and settle down in Canada. So make sure to watch that video as well. Also make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to watch more videos about studying and working in Canada. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Singla119, and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. With that being said, let's start this video. So Canada is a land of opportunities, and many people want to move to Canada because they want to build a great career for themselves. However, most people don't realize that finding a full-time job in Canada is a job in itself. So yes, there are a lot of opportunities in Canada. However, finding your first job, or any job for that matter, is not going to be a cakewalk for you. It's not going to be very easy. You will have to put in a lot of hard work and spend a lot of time. Maybe it can take up to a few months before you can land up your dream job in Canada, and along the way you will also have to face a lot of rejections. So if you are planning to move to Canada, be prepared to do all these things. So the very first step in finding a job in Canada is to prepare a Canadian style resume. So a lot of new immigrants, when they come to Canada, they spend a lot of time searching for jobs. However, they are not able to get any positive response from any of the employers. And the big reason for that is that they don't have a Canadian style resume. Now, resumes in Canada are very different from the types of resume that we make back in India. Resumes in Canada don't require any fancy formatting, and it doesn't even require your profile picture on the first page. Also, you don't need to put in your hobbies on your resume, because frankly speaking, nobody cares about the hobbies that you have, but people do care about the relevant skills and experience that you're going to bring to the table. And you also need to make sure that your resume is tailored towards the specific job profile that you're applying to, because there cannot be one fit for all resume, and you cannot use one resume for all the different types of jobs that are out there. You need to make a resume that is specific to the role that you're applying to. You also need to know that most big companies or corporates use the ATS, or the application tracking system, in order to filter out resumes. So a lot of times when you apply for jobs, your resume is not really screened by a human or a recruiter. It's actually screened by an ATS application that looks for specific keywords or relevant skills in your job profile. So you need to make sure that you read the job description carefully and use all the relevant keywords from the job description in your resume, because if you don't have the relevant skills and the relevant keywords on your resume, then your resume will not be shortlisted and you won't even be called in for the first round of interviews. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to create a detailed video on how to create a Canadian style resume, and I'll be happy to make a video on that in the future. Now the second step is that you need to create a custom cover letter for the specific job that you are applying to. Now a cover letter is the second most important thing after your resume, and it is often the most neglected part of the job interview process. A cover letter is basically a formal letter to the employer highlighting your technical skills as well as your soft skills. So in your cover letter, you need to mention why do you want to work for that specific company and in that specific role, and how can you prove to be an asset for that company if you get a job. So basically, a cover letter is your sales pitch, and you need to convince the hiring manager why you are the best person for that job. The problem is that most people use the same generic cover letter for all the jobs that they apply to, or even worse, they don't even submit any cover letter at all. This is a very common mistake made by a lot of people, and if you don't mention anything about the company or the job in your cover letter and you just create a generic cover letter for each employer, then the employer might think that you did not do enough research about the company or the job, and that does not give them a good impression about yourself. So I would highly recommend you to take out some time and create a custom cover letter for each role that you are applying to. It will just give you an edge over all the other candidates. Okay, so now that you've created a Canadian style resume and you know how to write a good cover letter for your employer, the next step is to start applying for jobs. And this, for me personally, is a very exciting part of the job interview process or the job search process, because you get to search about companies, explore different job opportunities that are out there. You also start reading about company reviews, employee feedbacks, and the approximate salary that you can probably get. So this is a very exciting phase of the job hunting process, but at the same time, it can also become very stressful and very frustrating, because applying for a single job can take up to 30 to 45 minutes, and it can take up to 4 to 5 months before you get your dream job in Canada. But don't worry, all of this is just a part of the job hunting process and you will get used to it. Okay, so there are three main ways to apply for jobs in Canada, and the very first and my personal favorite way is to apply on online job portals. So some of the biggest job portals in Canada include Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Indeed, Workopolis, Wow Jobs, and the Canadian Job Bank. But I personally like to use LinkedIn or Glassdoor and maybe sometimes Indeed to apply for jobs and to look at company reviews and salary estimates. Now these job portals are very powerful in getting you a job in Canada. I got my full-time jobs through these job platforms, so I can say for sure that these platforms work, and you should never underestimate the power of these job portals in Canada. Now, if you don't want to apply through these job portals, the second way is to apply on companies' websites directly. So sometimes companies also have their in-house job platform where they post job openings. So if you have a dream company that you want to work for, you can definitely check out their website and apply for a job directly from their website. The third way to apply for a job is to apply through recruiters or recruiting agencies. So some of the top recruiting agencies in Canada include Manpower, Randstad, Season Pros, etc. These recruiting agencies work directly with the corporates or the companies and find suitable candidates for them, and they get a commission for each candidate that gets hired through them. So basically, it's a win-win situation for you and for them, because they get their commission and you get your dream job. So this can also be a really good option for you, and you can sign up with a recruiter or a recruiting agency such as Randstad, and they can help you get your dream job in Canada. The next thing that you need to do in order to get a job in Canada is to start networking with people on LinkedIn. Now, this has become extremely important, especially in today's time, and LinkedIn is the most powerful platform in the world to connect with people and also to get hired. Yes, people do get jobs through LinkedIn, and if you can connect with the right people and say the right things, then you can also get a job through LinkedIn, and that too without even applying for a single job. So here's what you need to do. You need to find people on LinkedIn who are working in your field in Canada and make connections with them. Next, you need to have a genuine conversation with them. So you need to ask them about their story. How did they end up getting that job? what type of responsibilities do they have in that specific role, and how does their day-to-day life look like. And later on, you can tell them that these are your skills and you are also looking to create a career in the same field or the same industry. And if they can provide you with some guidance on how you should proceed and how you can grow in your career. So this is basically how you create genuine connections with people, and who knows, maybe a few months down the line, they have a job opening where they want to hire someone with skills that you already possess, and since you already have a connection with them, a genuine connection with them, then they can also reach out to you and maybe refer you for a job in their company. Okay, so some people also say that you only get a job in Canada through reference, and if you don't have a reference, then you will not get a good job in Canada. But let me tell you that this is not entirely true. Now, references might work for part-time jobs or for some odd jobs, but they don't really work for full-time or corporate jobs. Nobody will give you a job just because of a reference or just because your friend or relative works at that company. References might work in the first step or the screening step, and they also might get you the first interview, but after that your skills need to speak for you. So don't rely just on references and don't take it too seriously. I never got a job in Canada through references, be it my part-time job or my full-time jobs. You just need to work on your skill set and your interviewing skills in order to get a great job in Canada. So that was the entire truth about references in Canada, and I hope that now you know how to create a Canadian style resume and you have all the knowledge and the tools that are required in order for you to be successful in your job search in Canada. All these steps that I've mentioned in this video will help you get your first job in Canada, and if you have any questions about getting a job in Canada or how to create a Canadian style resume, then feel free to comment below, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Shivansh119, and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. So just like always, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to watch more such videos about studying and working in Canada. I'll see you guys in the next video.